You begin the first stage, arrival and setup. As you enter the offshore control room for your monitoring shift, the door creaks open, and you step into the control room, where your shift of watching numbers begins. The radio unit has a blinking red light, showing it is active and prepared for incoming communications. A fellow operator acknowledges you with a nod as you move to your station to start the monitoring process. Securing the headset, you log into the system, accessing the real-time data from the oil rig's operations. The panel is alive with data, each number representing a critical aspect of the offshore platform's status. You go through the safety checklist item by item, making sure the radio and monitors are ready for monitoring duties. The supervisor highlights an anomaly on the screen, and you immediately document it in the shift log. Your name is listed on the shift roster, assigning you to this critical monitoring position for the next hours. You fine-tune the headset volume just as a radio call comes in for a standard status update. You acknowledge the radio call, reporting all systems nominal as you observe the data returning to normal levels. With precise keystrokes, you enter the current data into the system, keeping the logs up to date. A brief pause to stretch, and you look outside at the endless ocean surrounding the offshore installation. A colleague brings coffee, and you exchange a weary smile. A small moment of camaraderie in the long shift. The radio log is filled with entries, each one documenting the communications that keep the platform running smoothly. A call from the deck alerts you to a valve concern, and you add it to your monitoring notes. Checking the panel, you verify that despite the valve report, all pressure readings remain within operational boundaries. The needle on the pressure gauge remains firmly in the green, indicating that everything is operating normally. You carefully enter the valve update into the deck log, maintaining precise records for the ongoing shift. With a deep breath, you refocus on the monitors, prepared for the vigilance required in this control room. Upon examining the safety checklist, you confirm that all critical initial verifications, including the headset functionality and control panel calibration, are fully completed. Performing a final radio check, you ensure that the communication system is fully operational before the shift intensifies into continuous monitoring. Systematically, you verify every gauge and screen on the panel, confirming that all operational parameters are stable and within safe limits. The pressure graph displays a consistent pattern over the last hour, indicating that the oil rig's systems are functioning smoothly without major variations. A call comes in from the deck supervisor, and you acknowledge it, reporting that the control room is ready and all systems are nominal. You log the radio call with the deck supervisor, documenting the time and details to maintain reliability and future reference. You verified the backup control station, ensuring that secondary systems are active and ready in case of any primary system failures. Adjusting your seating position, you prepare for a long period of focused monitoring at the control panel, ensuring ergonomic comfort. The control room is a hub of quiet activity, with each operator diligently monitoring their assigned systems to ensure platform safety and efficiency. A minor alert appears on the panel, and you acknowledge it, verifying that it is a routine notification requiring no immediate action. You cross-check the alert with the deck log, adding a note to link the notification with current operational data for consistency. The deck log is updated with your note, providing context for the alert and maintaining comprehensive records for the shift report. Before moving into full monitoring mode, you do a final review of all logs and panels to confirm that everything is properly set up. Firmly securing the headset, you position yourself at the controls, mentally prepared for the vigilance required in the coming hours of monitoring. Now entering the continuous monitoring phase, where your focus shifts to maintaining constant oversight of the oil rig's critical systems throughout the shift. You begin actively scanning the monitors, watching for even the slightest deviation in the data that could indicate a potential issue. The flow rate screen displays constant updates, with numbers changing smoothly, indicating normal operation of the extraction systems without interruptions. Spotting a minor pressure dip on the monitor, you quickly document it in your log, keeping track of all anomalies for further analysis. You radio the engineering team to report the pressure dip, requesting a confirmation that it is within acceptable operational limits for safety. The engineering team confirms the pressure dip is acceptable, allowing you to log the response and continue monitoring the systems without interruption. The radio log is updated with the confirmation, maintaining accurate records of all communications during your monitoring shift. You monitor the temperature screen closely, watching for any unexpected changes that could affect the oil rig's operational efficiency and safety. A slight temperature spike is observed, prompting you to cross-check it with the deck log for context and ensure it's part of normal operations. The control panels display a constant stream of data, with each screen providing vital information for maintaining the rig's operational integrity throughout the shift. You conduct a routine radio call to the deck crew, verifying that all external operations align with the control room data for consistent monitoring. You update the shift roster with the time and details of the radio check, keeping track of all monitoring tasks for the shift report. The control room operates smoothly at night, with each operator dedicated to monitoring their assigned systems, highlighting the continuous vigilance required offshore. Adjusting the monitor settings, you optimize your workspace for prolonged focus, ensuring comfort and accuracy in monitoring the control panel data. You take a short break to stretch and hydrate, maintaining alertness for the ongoing monitoring duties without compromising system oversight. The helmet and vest nearby remind you of the safety measures in place, reinforcing the importance of vigilance in the control room environment. You consult the night shift checklist to ensure all monitoring procedures are adhered to, maintaining consistency and safety throughout the operation. The supervisor conducts a quick check of your monitoring station, confirming that all systems are being properly observed and reported. The safety checklist shows all tasks completed, documenting the thorough monitoring process that ensures the rig's operational safety and efficiency. You start documenting the monitoring events in the shift log, compiling detailed notes on anomalies and responses for the upcoming data analysis phase. You cross-reference the control panel data with the deck log, verifying consistency and logging any minor discrepancies to maintain accurate records. The view outside highlights the isolation and constant motion of the sea, underscoring the critical role of control room monitoring in this remote environment. You conduct a final check of all monitoring systems and logs, ensuring everything is properly documented and ready for the shift handover process. You begin organizing the monitoring data into a preliminary report, structuring the information on anomalies and responses for the shift summary. With the report draft saved, you note the shift time, preparing to transition from continuous monitoring to the final data logging phase. You compare real-time control panel data with historical logs, identifying any subtle changes that require documentation in the shift report. The completed safety checklist demonstrates the thorough monitoring and reporting procedures followed daily on the offshore platform. You respond to a standard radio call from the deck team, logging the communication promptly to ensure accurate record keeping for reports. You cross-check the deck log against your notes, documenting a small temperature variance that must be included in the daily operational report. The helmet and notepad symbolize the personal gear and tools used for on-the-spot data recording during offshore shifts. You begin filling the shift report template with data on pressure fluctuations and radio